Peace, fam. Strategy. Got another one of these today. It's getting annoying. So, time for the next step. First things first, I want you to look, when you get these offers, all right, you send them back. You make sure you send them back within 72 hours. 7 plus 2 is 9, which is a cycle, all right? 72 hours before this goes on the stock market. You understand? So, you write at a 45-degree angle. This is what I normally write. You know what I'm saying? That this to cancel, to avoid this alleged contract. Breach of treaty. Which treaty am I referring to? Peace treaties of 1786 with Morocco, between the United States and Morocco. And also the Barbary treaties. You know what I'm saying? The Maghreb, which included Morocco, Algiers, Tunis, and Tripoli. Alright? Because we're the descendants of our ancient Berber ancestors. We are the descendants of the Berbers. We're the Berbers. Okay? Breach of treaty, inducement to fraud. Because the United States is de facto. They've been de facto since 1871. All right? So, inducement to fraud. No contract. Do not consent. And the nail in the coffin, which solidifies, like, it's like putting, you know, it's like when you put someone in a coffin, you know what I'm saying? You put a body in a casket, you put the casket in the ground. This is the putting the dirt on top of that. This is the sealing. It's called the Clearfield Doctrine, which states that any entities attempting to request money in the form of Federal Reserve notes or fiat, okay, are not government. They descend to the level of a mere private citizen, and they can be sued vice versa. You understand? So right now, the state of Washington is impersonating government. So this is a suable ticket. The reason why it's considered fraud for Federal Reserve notes is because it's a violation of Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution, which says that only gold and silver shall be payment or considered money in payment of debt. So you can't pay off a debt with debt. You can only pay off a debt with gold and silver, Article 1, Section 10. And I know we're in the state of Washington, but even if you look at the state of Washington, Article 1, Section 2 states that the United States Constitution, 1791, is the supreme law of the land. So the state of Washington Constitution derives their authority from United States Constitution 1791, which derives their authority from treaties. All right, which is why the very first thing I put is breach of treaty, because I know who I am. But if you don't know who you are, you won't think to respond like this. You're just going to accept this and take a L for nothing. So within 72 days, throw this on there, make a copy, okay? Make a copy, and throw that joint in the mailbox and send it back on its way. Okay? That's so the U.S. can't make money off this. That's the first phase. Second phase, it's about time to start costing these dudes. So, and I can only speak for people who are living in Washington Territory or Washington Republic. First off, municipal courts. First off, anything other than the superior or superior court are considered inferior courts, all right, of limited jurisdiction. So no need to argue with them peoples. And listen, this message right now, yes, is for people who are constitutionally inclined. Europeans can only enforce constitutional rights, okay, if they're coming in propria persona. But people of melanated complexion, of olive complexion, we can only be a party to the Constitution by our treaty, which created their Constitution. So if we're not on our treaty, we can't even talk about the Constitution, because the very Constitution derives its power from their treaty. You see what I'm saying? So if we're going to step up to the plate as the autochtons, all right, of Samal Maghriba Meksoum, aka African Americans, Negro, blacks, and coloreds today, all right, then we're going to have to come with the right strategy. We're going to have to be on our treaty. We're going to have to be on our square. We're going to have to be in our right character. Let me ask you, what's my right character? What's my right character? Being your right character. Being your right character. Okay? So, next step. And I did some reading too on Washington Territory. You know what I'm saying? So I get some understanding. So here we go. Small claims court. Small claims court is good for claims no larger than $5,000. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make a copy of that ticket or that bill of attainder before I send it out. And Washington State cannot draw up bill of attainders. I believe that's Article 1, Section 23, 22, somewhere around there. So I'm going to write up an affidavit or a counterclaim or a suit for violations of treaty, violations of the state republic laws, and for impersonating government. And listen, don't sue corporations. I'm not going to say I'm suing the, the city of Seattle. No, that's not how you do it, okay? My suit is going to be written out, okay? My suit is going to be written out to the policeman or the policy enforcer, wherever that badge name or number is. I know it's here because I asked for his business card. He didn't give it to me, right? Boom back. I don't want to put dudes' information out like that, but it don't matter because they don't give a fuck about people's laws until you start costing them. So I'm going to have to start costing them. So, suit's going out to him. Badge number. Why? Because they need to have a surety bond to operate here. Surety bond is like the insurance policy, you know? So if normally when cops kill people and the family sues the cop, there's normally an insurance bond that goes along with that cop's badge number. In case shit happens, they have insurance to cover that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going after his bond, his insurance bond. District court. Small claims court, which is district court, which is in the county, correct? So, I'm going to file my suit and I'm going to file it at the district court. And guess how much money it costs to file at the district court in Washington Territory anyway? $14 to $29. It's nothing. Nothing. And mind you, like I said, if you are not European, and you come in there trying to proceed pro se, God be with you. God be with you. Okay? If you are olive complexion, a Taughton, okay, and you ain't coming in there on your square, impropria prosana, not pro se, impropria prosana, your proper person with your proper credentials. And then we can start enforcing constitutional violations, treaty violations. And I read a lot, so all them joints is right in my head, so I could list every violation down the track. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to countersue with $5,000. And we're going to go from there. I'm going to go from there. Next phase. That's all I had to say today. Peace.